in Egypt is very unique. It has its own manifestations here in Egypt, and Egypt is very well known with Ramadan nights. Let's watch the following segment.
As part of the Egyptian cultural activities during the holy month of Ramadan and within the framework of the Ramadan nights organized by the Cairo Opera House, El Hadra Sufi Chanting Ensemble presented a concert with the participation of the chanters Ihab Yunus and Abdulrahman Balala.
لأن لقى الأحباب في المنافع أيا قرة العيون يا قرة العيون تالله إنني على عهدكم باق وبالوصل لقد نبتت في القلب منكم محبة كما نبتت في الراحتين أصابع لقد نبتت في القلب منكم محبة كما نبتت في الراحتين أصابع حرام على قلبي حرام على قلبي محبة غيركم كما حرمت كما حرمت كما حرمت عن موسى تلك المراضع ألا أيها العشاق بالله خبروا إذا اشتد عيشكم بالفتى كيف يصنع يداري هواه ثم يكتم سره ويصبر في كل الأمور ويخضع وكيف يداري والهوى قاتل الفتى وفي كل يوم قلبه يتقطع لقد حاول الصبر الجميل ولم يجد له غير قلب في
كل سنة وحضرتك طيبة والشعب المصري كله والعالم العربي بخير.
I would like to have the chance and wish all Muslims a blessing Ramadan filled with prosperity. Well, we prepared a rich artistic program to celebrate the holy month of Ramadan, which includes many diverse artistic evenings, including distinguished musical and singing performances of a spiritual and religious nature. Furthermore, performances by unique young artistic groups, nights for music singing stars, and evenings for Arab and Islamic countries. This is in addition to the continuation of the activities of the Opera Artistic Season program. The Cairo Opera House will also host a number of Arab and Islamic evenings, which are held in cooperation with the Foreign Cultural Relations sector and the embassies operating in Egypt, to showcase features of the country's musical and lyrical heritage, along with examples of the costumes and traditions that distinguish them.
في رمضان لأن الناس بتبقى حابة حتى في رمضان بتحب تيجي تقضي السهرة بتاعتها جوه الأوبرا.
The program included a collection of the most famous religious chants, supplications and poem of praise, including ابتهال الصائم إلى المدينة إننا فقراء، أول كلامي بمدح زي النبي، مدد يا سيدة، أدركنا يا الله، أهلا رمضان, and many others.
فكل شيء موحش حتى المسير بلا يديك كريم كل الضروب لا لقائك أشرقت.
I've never heard of Khadra, but I have heard about Sufi show. I know that it's a religious dance and songs that makes the dancers go in trance. Oh, it's amazing. Actually, I saw it on the internet and it gave me goosebumps first time I saw it because it's so fascinating. I was just looking and like, wow. Definitely, Egyptian culture is so rich. I would like to see more of different musicians. I have been to Zara already also, the music in Makan. It's also amazing, and I'm looking forward to see more and more shows about Egyptian culture. I feel mystical vibes, mystical with some secrets maybe, and so rich and deep, and maybe that I cannot reach out to the deep enough. It is so deep that I cannot even understand it deep enough, yeah.
فجد بوصفك فالوصال نصيب شوقي إليك يفوق كل توقع فجد بوصفك فالوصال.
It is worth noting that Al Hadra Ensemble for Sufi Chanting was established in 2015 with the aim of preserving the spiritual heritage of remembrance and praise, presenting everything that is specific to the heritage of the Egyptian Sufi chants. It includes a group of singers and supplications from various orders and Sufism lovers who sing a huge collection of poetry and poems for everyone, from Muhyiddin ibn Arabi, Al-Hallaj ibn al-Farid, and others. The group presented many concerts in various cultural places in Egypt and succeeded in forming a broad fan base.
شفاعة سيدي وحبيبي عبد فقير في رحابك يحتمي يرجو شفاعة سيدي وحبيبي
ثم الصلاة
على النبي وآله ما دام حبه للقلوب طبيب ثم الصلاة على
What makes Al Hadra stand out is that they do present both the rituals of Hadra with dhikr music, thereby reflecting the whole authentic spiritual experience from the mosque to theater. Shuruq Bikir, Cultural Magazine.
Egypt is always preserving its heritage as it's the land of civilization, the land where everything started.
The magnificent heritage that Cairo owns is wide and diverse, as the Egyptian history hugs many historical places, such as Al Ghuri Agency, which is located within an architectural group built at the end of the Mamluk era. Qubbat Al Ghuri importance is due to the fact that it was established in the era of the Circassian Mamluk Al-Ashraf Abu Nasr Qansu Al Ghuri, who ruled Egypt from the year 1501 to the year 1516. He rose thanks to his intelligence until he assumed the rule of Egypt and was the last of the Mamluk sultans. At the end of his era came the Ottoman invasion. Qansu Al Ghuri built his important architectural group in the history of architecture, which consists of Al Ghuri Agency, Al Ghuri Mosque, a dome, a sabil, and Al Ghuri School. It is located at the end of Al Ghuriya Street at its intersection with Al Azhar Street. It takes the form of a distinctive architectural block as it takes on a single extension whose lines appear in all parts of this block. As for Al Ghuri Agency, it is considered a model of what agencies were like in that era. Fortunately, a large part of it remains, which help it restore and repair it and return it to its original state. Since the end of 2000, the agency has entered into a restoration and a documentation project. Its doors opened again as an archaeological site and cultural center, working for cultural and human development in the Islamic Cairo region, and its cultural and artistic activities keep pace with what is happening in the region in terms of projects in the field of architecture and urbanism. El Ghori Arts Center is the fourth cultural center established by the Cultural Development Fund in the Darb al-Ahmar and the Gamalaya regions after a successful experience in establishing creative centers in ancient houses in Cairo. El Ghori Arts Center has developed the goals of the creativity centers in the ancient houses in Islamic Cairo, adding another dimension which is keeping pace with antiquities restoration projects in Islamic Cairo and supporting the tremendous activity that occurs in the fields of architecture and urbanism, in addition to the cultural development and human development through culture, which are the basic goals for which the Cultural Development Fund was established.
The Cairo Opera House plays a significant role in the cultural movement that is taking place in Egypt.
As part of the Ministry of Culture's plan to celebrate religious occasions, the Cairo Opera House held a celebration for the religious chanting ensemble led by Maestro Omar Farahat to celebrate the holy month of Ramadan at the Gumhuriyya Theatre. The program includes a selection of supplications and religious works, including the names of Allah by Muhammad Qabil, the Night of the Journey, Pray for Him, Our Noble Prophet, and many more works. It is worth noting that the religious chanting ensemble was founded by the late musician Abdul Halim Nuera in 1972 and began its first concerts under his leadership in 1973 with the aim of preserving the religious chanting heritage.
نفسي اشرب من راحه حبيبي سيدنا النبي على باب سيدنا النبي سيدنا
The ensemble specialized in preserving religious works and melodies and training and adopting promising young voices in religious chants and supplications, as it participated in reviving all religious events throughout the year at the various Opera House Theater stages in Cairo, Alexandria, and Damanhur. One of Maestro Abdul Halim Nuera's imprints on the ensemble was that he changed the kaftan and turban to a black suit so as to fit the new trends. The religious chanting band's first concert was in October Victories in 1973 at the Sayyid Darwish Theatre at the Haram Music Institute, and it was a great success. The band didn't stop developing and modernizing itself as they continued during the 50 years from 1972 until now. The religious heritage was merged with contemporary and modern songs through the leaders who succeeded in leading the band artistically, such as Salah Qubashi, Omar Farahat, along with some others.
بحبك وبريدك واتمنى ابوس ايدك خدامك ومريدك يا جد الحسن يا حبيبي بحبك وبريدك واتمنى ابوس ايدك خدامك ومريدك.
The religious chanting ensemble has represented Egypt in international forums in all Arab and European countries such as France, Belgium, Poland, and others.
حبه ساكت قلب حبيب بيزيد كل اتنين جماله دلاله متغطي بجلاله وتقعدوا باله باله تشوفوا متنين بحبك وبريدك واتمنى ابوس ايدك خدامك ومريدك يا جد الحسني الله رضاك يا حبيبي.
The troupe works to find all types of creativity in the field of religious chanting so as to spread its art and heritage throughout the world.
يا رسول الله ده انا قلبي يسير الله ما يرضى بغيرك قلبي يسير ما يرضى بغيرك وعايش في خيرك يا حبيب الله اللهم صل على المحبوب صلاة تشفي بها القلوب اللهم صل على المحبوب صلاة تشفي بها القلوب اقرأ وربك واحد.
Viewers, we come to the end of this episode of our program, Cultural Magazine, during which we have brought you the latest cultural events that are taking place, especially in the holy month of Ramadan.